now, with the assistance of this inner light, we're going to move to a scene, very first scene in which you took on this fear of rolling your ankle in your right leg. I'm going to go with whatever scene appears, moving closer to that scene. I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and on 5, you will be at that scene. 1, 2, getting a sense of that fear that came on. 3, getting closer to that scene and that time that you took on rolling your ankle, that fear. 4, getting a little closer to the scene. And 5, be there now. Are you alone or are you with someone?
I'm in, there's like in an old farmyard. There's like, I don't know. What am I? I'm wearing a dress. I've got like an apron. There's like a kerchief over my hair. And there's cows. And there's like a wooden fence. And it's not outside, like it's not sunny. I don't know who I am. I don't know who's in my family though.
Mm-hmm. Look down at your feet. What are you wearing?
Wooden shoes.
Wooden shoes.
And like stockings.
And stockings. What else?
I don't know. I see grass and dirt.
You see grass and dirt. Are you female? Are you male in this scene?
I'm female.
You're female. How old would you say you are?
Like 24.
24. So here you are wearing these wooden shoes, stockings. There's grass and there's cows and a fence. What are you doing in this scene?
I'm on the ground.
What happened that you're on the ground? Let's move back. 3, 2, little back, 1. What happened?
I fell. I slipped in my shoe and I fell.
You slipped in your shoe and you fell.
Mm-hmm.
So here you are on the grass. You've fallen. You're 20 years old. You slipped in these wooden shoes. Go inside your body and describe what's happening right now.
I am afraid and my ankle hurts. I feel dread and pain.
You feel dread and pain. Locate that pain.
Yeah, well, it's my ankle. It's like ripped. I've ripped something and it's like turning blue and purple and swelling up.
It's turning blue and purple and it's swelling up. And what are you dreading? Get close.
I'm gonna get in trouble. This has wrecked everything now. There's important things that had to happen that I don't know how to do that. I won't be able to do them.
There's important things that you will not be able to do. And so now let's move to a little bit later in this lifetime, a landmark and key important time after you've twisted and hurt your ankle. Let's get close to that scene. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, well, I see I'm like inside the house and I'm like laying on the bed with my foot up, and the wall is on the left side. So the room is on the right side, like the wall's up against the bed. And there's a man, and he is really big, and he has suspenders and like work pants and a work shirt and big boots and a beard and like dark hair. And he is so angry, and he grabs my ankle and like squishes it and like turns it so that it hurts even more. And he does this a lot of times. Like he does this a lot of times.
And so, knowing that it is safe to be here in this scene and say to this man whatever it is that you wish to say to him. What do you want to say to this man who's twisting your ankle, making it worse, making the pain worse?
I don't say anything.
Why don't you say anything?
Mm, because I think he's right. I think he's right. I think I've ruined it all now, and I deserve to be punished.
What is your relationship to this man?
I can't tell. I don't know if he is my husband or my father.
Mm-hmm. You can't tell if he is your husband or if he is your father. Okay, let's move to staying in this lifetime. Let's move to another scene, another key moment in which it is important for you to gain some clarity and some understanding into why it is that you've taken this fear of twisting your ankle into this current lifetime. So go with whatever scene appears. We're going to move to another key and landmark moment within this lifetime. 3, 2, 1. Be there now.
I see I'm still in the same house. I'm still on the same bed. My ankle is still painful and hurt. But I come to understand that what I thought couldn't be done without me does get done. It does get done. And that he's angry, but he can do all the things. It gets done. And then so I understand maybe I didn't deserve to be punished. And so I know I can't say anything, but then it just makes me feel different inside because I know that I didn't wreck everything.
And so go inside your body now with this new realization that things did get done despite you not being able to do these things, and that you perhaps didn't deserve to be punished. How do you feel with this new realization? Scanning your body.
I feel a whole bunch of things that I wouldn't begin to know how to name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's I guess I'm aware now that I can do two different things. I can really sink in to that experience of that person, or I can hold my awareness as the one who, I don't know, knows more or can see more. So what I want to do now is move out of being fully in just that experience and move into the awareness of the one who knows more, and then like just heal the whole experience.
Okay. So, what happens if you do that? Moving into that higher perspective, that all knowing one,
Mm-hmm.
and heal the whole experience. Go ahead and describe what's happening.
Okay. So I set that intention and made that decision and then kind of like separated into two things, and then actually the version of myself that identifies as that woman had a lot of resistance actually. I was like, no, I will not accept help. I will stay in this hurt place, in this room by choice. I don't want to feel better. So there's resistance. So then what did we do? We gave permission to the resistance and then remained there with the offering of assistance. And then she decides, okay, we can drop the resistance. And then she connects up. So then the two things have a link between them now, and um there's a link between them, and there's information and energy going between the link. It's like an umbilical cord or something. And so then I can just like use that connection to, so from the higher perspective, I use that connection to send healing light and love, and from the lower perspective, I use that connection to not be alone in the suffering, and so that I still stay in the experience of being in the room with that shitty man and my hurt ankle, but I'm not alone, and that's not the only thing that's happening. There's also this connection to something bigger, and therefore everything is acceptable and peaceful.
Okay. So, returning back to this one who was in this lifetime in this room with this resistance, receiving this healing information from a higher perspective, scanning your body within this lifetime. Are you noticing any shifts, any changes?
Yeah, well, then I can just feel peace and safety.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling peace, safety. And so now let's move to the very last day in this lifetime. As this woman who twisted her ankle, was bedridden for quite some time, realizing that work could get done despite this accident. Let's move to the very last day and get close now. 3, 2, 1. Describe the scene.
I see myself still in the same house. It's still the same bed. It's just way later.
Mhm.
So it looks like I grew old and just died. I got sick and I died. And I see that big, mean man, like, caring for me and being sad that I'm dying. Yeah, and there's some woman there. I don't know what she is. She's like not important. She's some, I don't know, doctor or nurse or something who can't help. But there, yeah, someone else was there. But I feel that it's important that so I also noticed that like there's there's dark energy in that man, and there's dark energy in the house and on the property, like in the form of like black puffballs, kind of like in Totoro or something. So clearing those is not instant the way that sometimes things are. This is actually taking time. And then also, I can feel my ankles getting really tingly. And so, like in this body now, I feel tingling in my ankle. And it feels like a knitting together of tissues or healing in my ankle now. There's a lot of things going on all at once.
So let's focus on that knitting together of the tissue in your ankles now. Taking this into every cell of your body, spending some time here, healing this area, strengthening, knitting it together.
Yeah, there's like a huge, like, like there's light around it. I can feel it. It's actually like it goes well over my other, like it's way up my leg. I can see it. There's this huge big ball of light all around it.
Mhm. See this big ball of light. What happens if you expand this light? Feel
It
good.
just it's totally malleable. I can do my whole body if I want, but it stays more intense in my ankle actually.
Okay, so allow it to stay intense in your ankle. Taking this into all 50 trillion sentient cells right now, all vibrating with this healing light and energy while stitching your ankle, making it strong.
Oh my god, there's like so many things happening. Okay, so that's going. I'm clearing the man and the property. And then I have like other beings who have come down to the past life person and they're like taking fear out of her body, and there's like my higher self comes down and like holds that woman, or like me as that woman, and like comforts me, because it's like a sad, lonely place to be, you know, dependent on like some guy who's just hurting you. And to feel like it's all your fault, right? That's shitty.
So, in the energy of your higher self comforting you in this lifetime that was sad, being dependent on this shitty man caring for you.
Yeah, there's like a tube of fear running between me now and that me. And we're like going along it, just clearing all the fear off. You know, you know the way you take a piece of grass and can just like go up it and all the little things get cleaned right off? It's like that.
Continue to clear away all the fear. This lifetime, that other lifetime, and all lifetimes. Moving down like a blade of grass with seeds at the top, clearing it all away.
Yeah, and then they're putting like a little like safety bubble of health and safety around my ankles. They're like little water wings, like little energetic water wings. Like little bumper pads for my ankles. So cute.
Pads, water wings around your ankle. How does it feel to have those bumper pads, those water wings around your ankle?
I feel so good. I feel so cared for.
Mm-hmm. So cared for.
And then I feel like it's all done. It's like there, boop, all done.
Very good. And so, while in the presence of your higher self, is there anything that needs to be learned about this past lifetime in which the ankle was twisted and you were dependent on this man who was angry, and you realized that the work could get done without you and that you didn't need to be punished? What is the lesson learned from this lifetime?
The lesson's the same. It's the same thing we learned last time with my mother, that it's each lifetime gets like very marginally better. Or another way of putting it is, how do we put it? It's illustrating to me the way that traumas have been piled on top of each other, lifetime over lifetime, and that the peeling back of those layers and those traumas has been very, very slow. Like very slow. But it has happened. It's slightly better each lifetime. So is that even true though? Because it's not better every life. Like, I don't know. What is the lesson? The lesson is, that's another example of a crappy life I had where I believed I didn't deserve anything and that it's all my fault, and accepted abuse. And that's what I've been doing over and over and over. Except now I'm not doing that anymore, and I'm going back and cleaning all that away. So I don't know.
So here you are now in this lifetime, not accepting that abuse anymore and cleaning it all away.
Mm-hmm.
With the presence of your higher self, is there anything you'd like to ask your higher self about this lifetime or that lifetime that you experienced?
I have a whole bunch of questions. I'm like, how many lifetimes have I spent in cabins, like with shitty men? And they did that in this lifetime too. Um,
So hear the response from your higher self.
oh no. Okay, well, I was expecting like a whole bunch. I think there's not that many more. There's definitely one more important one in some kind of like jungle cabin thing, like jungle cabin.
Mhm. So let's move to that lifetime in this jungle cabin. 3, 2, getting close to the cabin. 1, you're in the jungle cabin now. Go ahead and describe the scene.
Okay, what I'm getting is there's something about me I'm not ever allowed out. And I'm not allowed to stand up or something. I'm seeing like dirt floor, like um like palm frond walls, fire for cooking in the house, in like the middle of the floor. There's no windows. There's a doorway with no door. And I am a woman. I am really, really thin. And there's something wrong with my body. Like, I'm all crunched over, and I don't know if I don't know if I got that way because I'm never allowed to stand up.
Let's move back in time to how you ended up crumpled. Going a little back, staying in this lifetime. 3, moving back. 2, getting closer to the root cause of the crumpled. 1. What happens?
Oh, they tell me I can never get up. So I think I could stand. I think I could stand, but I think my mom died. And then she was the only one who would let me stand. And then once she was dead, then it was only me and my dad, and I was never allowed to stand up. So I had to just crawl around. So then eventually I couldn't stand at all. Ew.
Why weren't you allowed to stand up?
They thought there was something wrong with me.
I thought there was something wrong with you.
I was bored, like there's something like a demon, like they think there's something in me.
You think that there's something in you.
Mm-hmm.
And so scan your body from head to toe. You're very good at this. How do you feel in this lifetime? With others thinking there's a demon inside of you, you crumpled, not being able to stand up. Describe how you feel in this lifetime, in this body.
I feel a terrible argument between myself that I can never voice. Like, I believe them that there's something wrong with me and that I'm bad and that I should never get up. I believe them.
Mm.
But then sometimes on some days, just for a few moments, something else will wake up and be like, no, like, and like be furious at this. Like, there's this fury and this power and this outrage. But then I only get hurt if I try to say anything. Like I learn very quickly not to say anything about that. So then I just make that part be quiet if it comes up. And also it hurts, right? It hurts to be all bent over. My back hurts me and my knees, like my bones hurt against the floor. And I feel degraded. I know that I'm less than everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dirt. I am the same as dirt.
Okay, so let's stay in this lifetime and move to a key moment, a moment that will allow you to understand, shed light and clarity that you can apply in your lifetime now. Let's move to this moment, this very important scene within this lifetime. 3, getting close. 2, getting very close to this scene now. 1. Be there now. What's happening?
I have two things happening. I hear, I can, it's like I'm sleeping and I can hear my parents arguing, or maybe it's the whole village arguing. There's people arguing, and my mom is standing up for me. And they're saying, you know, I'm dangerous. And she's defending me. And then at the other thing is that I can feel in my body when I see. I don't think I was there when I understand that she's dead, and then then I can feel it, like immediately. I know there's no hope, and there's just such a heaviness and so much dread, and there's no one now. There's no one to save me.
So, staying inside your body, what do you feel? Where do you feel this dread? This feeling that no one can save you? Where do you feel this in your body?
In my chest.
In your chest. If it has a shape, go ahead and describe it. If it has a color, describe it.
Oh. Ha! I would have missed that. It's the same feeling I have in my chest all the time now. I totally would have missed that. It's the same one. I draw it all the time. It's the same thing. It's like this black, tarry, inky, it's like sticky. And it changes in dimensions, but roughly it's the same one.
It's the same one, this black, sticky, tarry shape here in your chest. So what do you do?
Well, already, like way questions ago, I was like, oh, we need to just set up the connection thing. So I did that. Um, so that's running. Um, it's like, oh, we need to heal this. That has to. It feels like I ask for help. So follow the steps to ask one, and there's like beings. There's special beings. Aw, there's special extra ones. Like I got extra ones this time.
Very good.
And they come and they're like the remover dudes or something. They like come and just like, because you can't just pull it out, or I will. What will I do? It feels like I'll die. So anyway, they can't. They don't just pull it out. It's like has to be very carefully removed, very sensitively. Like they have little things to untangle it. They're doing that because it can't just come up in a way simply. It's like felted into me almost. There's like strands.
So
Dude, strands alive. Like they become when they try to separate it, it becomes like alive, like a worm or something trying to like keep the connection. But I have this whole team of dudes, and they're like pulling it out.
continuing to allow
Okay,
it
so
to pull it out.
yeah, they get it all loose, and then they take it away. They like fly off with it.
Flying off with it. Watch you getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. They know what to do with it.
Okay, and then now I have this big raw patch. Like if you pull a scab off, there's all this vulnerable, tender, weeping tissue. So there's like to like blast in lots of love and healing around that. I'm like so tingly right now. Okay, so that's happening.
Very good. Allowing the healing, allowing it in.
And then there's like parts of me that feel sad because that's gone. Because we've carried that with us like for so many lifetimes. Aw. It's like I'm grieving a friend, like the loss of a friend.
Go ahead and grieve the loss of a friend. Move through this emotion.
Yeah, and then curiosity pokes up, and it's like, well, wait a minute, what can happen now then?
What can happen?
That's not there anymore. What's going to be there instead?
What's going to be there instead? What message are you receiving? Visual.
Well, there's like, because now that that's gone, there's nothing blocking the love that's coming out of my heart. So I can see like light coming out of my heart in like all directions, like really bigly.
Go ahead and see that light, feel that light coming out in all directions, moving out of your chest. Very good. And so, returning to that lifetime where you were bent over and crumpled and not able to stand in this jungle hut, what lesson did you learn from that lifetime?
Well, I don't know. Is that maybe the first place that I've picked up this thing that I carry, that I was carrying? This sad despair of knowing that I'm all alone and that I will not be helped and that everyone is against me. I think that was the first time I had that. And I think I've been carrying that forever since then.
And so, knowing that that's where you took on this energy, is there anything you would like to share or say or do to or with this woman in this lifetime, in this jungle hut?
Oh my God, yes, I like fall at her feet, which is like, I'm on the ground. She's on the ground. Get it? But no, I'm grateful. I'm just so grateful that she did that, that she like lived that life for me to get to where I am now.
Feeling this gratitude for the life that she lived, that you lived to get to where you are at now. Taking in this gratitude, being in this moment. Is there anything else you wish to explore in this hut, in this lifetime, before we close this scene?
No.
And so, staying inside your body now with the healing that is taking place, the knitting of the ankle, and the removal of this dark tar blockage energy. Now, your chest is filled with this light that is expanding. Is there anything you'd like to ask of your higher self or your guides in this moment?
No.
No. Is there anything your higher self wishes to share with you before we close the scene?
No.
No. Okay, so now it is time to bid farewell, knowing that you can access your higher self and your guides anytime. They're always here, always have been, and always will be. Now it is time to call you back to your present self in time. I will count you from 1 to 5, and on 5, you will open your eyes feeling relaxed, healed, and rejuvenated. 1, 2, bringing back with you all the downloads received in this session. 3, bringing back with you the tools in order to heal yourself. 4, return to the room that you are in, becoming aware of your surroundings. Begin to move your toes and your fingers. 5, open your eyes when you're ready.